She's a piddly diddling. But her sound's off, so
fiddly,
you know.
Fiddly fudding around.
Mm-hmm. With the microphone just hanging around there. There we go. Problem solved. Hello, everyone. It's Sunday.
So they didn't hear any of that other stuff?
You futzing about over there? No, that thing.
Oh, good.
I just want you to know that I'm very sad about my hair because it is flat and I don't know what's happening. I wanted to give you guys a hair update because I know everybody enjoys them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign up for
Hair update.
Hair day. Oh, let's get an update on Mariah's hair and see what it's looking like today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We'd like to know that you're here because here in a minute, I'm going to tell you hello. That's the way I know that you're here because you said something in the chat and then it, comes into the list and then we're all good to go. Give those thumbs the upsies if you haven't already. If you're new here, welcome and subscribe and do all that business. We plan on doing a big old giveaway. I mean, I have a huge box here.
We didn't do.
I have paint. I have stencils. I have stamps. Please like, share this stream.
We did not do our intro.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
There we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to say hello to people. I have to holler at her. And hopefully it sounds good. Let me know. Let us know in the chat. We've got Acme Angel. Angel, you seem to be new. I don't recognize your name. Anina, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Becky, Betty, Carrie, Charmaine, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Dawn, Dana, Diane, Eddie, Erna, Estella, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda, Hoarder Papercrafts, that's Mimi, Isabel, Yanka, Jennifer, Jose's here. Hello, Jose. Your stuff went out and there shouldn't be any problem with shipping. Just update you since you're here. Just for crafts and giggles, that is Kim. Yes. And let's see, Kathy, Kylie. Hey, Kylie. Oh, that reminds me. So, some really great videos out by folks, Kylie being one of them. I have put them in the Spotlight playlist if you are familiar with that. Otherwise, just, be sure to check out Kylie. Katra did a video. She used Estella's vases. And Teresa Aragona, she used the Always Flowers Forever. It's a Darcy stencil. It's beautiful. I've not watched everybody's, but I saw those were up and I added them to the playlist. So just so y'all know. We got Lori, Linda, Lizanne, Marcia, Mark is here, Maya, Michelle, Mitzi, Monkey, Paula, Pia, Robin. Oh, we got it. Robin's representing. Rosemary, Susanna Silva, SWL, that's Sherry, Texture Junkies, that is Sharon. We've got SW, okay, did that, and the Shelley Studio, that is Margot. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. It is simply you did not show up on the list right then and there. I will give you a holler. Yeah, just, pinky, hello, hands, yellow, hello. I swear, I'm doing that shirt this week. I'm doing it.
What?
Pinky, hello, hands. Hello, yellow.
Oh.
I visit PM Artist Studio. I don't know. I just like the idea of the shirt. I'd wear it. Speaking of which, we do have it in the shop. Be prepared. I know it's backwards. It's going to be backwards for y'all because I have to be able to see myself right, like I see myself in a mirror. Because otherwise my brain says this ain't right.
I have another one over here.
Okay, I'm going to go top side and they can look at it right ways.
Right away.
Mm-hmm. See, hers doesn't, she doesn't see the screen, so I don't have to flip her. She can be right ways.
Yeah, I don't have to move according to what's up there.
Yeah.
You tell me which way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, look at this. This is so apropos because
hey, Linda. Hey, Pinka.
You all know that you should always be prepared to modify your plan. We're modifying our plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
plans have been modified. Maybe that should be its second shirt. Plans have been modified. I want you to know I followed directions and I modified the plan. More modification may be coming soon.
Soon. Yeah.
This is my other modification.
This may not be the last modification. I don't know.
Maybe the shirt should
It just depends on what happens today.
Hey, listen to that. Listen. Let's say. The other shirt should say, this is my other modification shirt.
This is my modified shirt. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, sometimes that happens. And we should be prepared to modify your plan like this, and then the other one is my plan has been modified. Okay, well.
And then a work in progress.
I mean, this little pouch is taking on.
Oh,
taking on.
I don't. Are you surprised about
Archie
that?
Pinko vibes. All right, I just want to show you. I mean, a lot of times the stuff that you try just doesn't work out, but these bugs are absolutely marvelous.
Wonderful. There's more of them cut out over here, ready to be shrinky dinked.
Shrinky dink, and you can do it with the wad. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I wad them.
Yeah, and it's absolutely fascinating to watch him go.
Being modified.
Yeah, it's wow. It's just really interesting. Okay, so these cats are finished, but
the cats are in the shop, y'all.
The cats are in the shop, and this one just did not translate. I don't care for it in this form at all.
Yeah, well, the shiny plus on top of the pattern thing, you lose it.
Yeah, it just smooshed out. Now, this one isn't so bad.
Well, you have enough contrast, and it's not so like...
High contrast, yeah, but I just, I don't know. I'm not feeling this cat in this venue. Pardon me. So we're going to do a different one for that one. I'm going to go ahead and use the... stencil butter.
Yes.
Through the stencil.
Yeah.
Because I think it works better.
Perhaps.
And sometimes that's what you have to discover. So what happened here, this is this background.
Hi, Teresa, we were talking about you. I told people about you got a video out. Just carry on.
Okay. And you can see a little bit around the edges, the purple, but this was really just a wasted thing. And then we tried another couple. We tried a clear one.
And then it's Ed.
And then I handed her the piece of paper with the clear one on it. So we got another kitty down below. But here, I'll show you what this is. This is
slicky.
I mean, it's beautiful paper. It just doesn't work worth a diddly squat with the, unless you have the high contrast.
Yeah.
And then you lose all of the paper. So what's the point? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, on these two, the silvers, Mariah did not do her, the little sandbaggy.
Yeah,
it makes a big difference. Because look at the definition that you get when you are doing that rather than, just... And I mean, this is great texture. I mean, I really do sort of like them. But I did have to come in and redefine the eyes with a...
yeah, and that was really all about exactly what she said, that we didn't utilize the powder stuff prior to putting on the embossing powder, with the little cornstarchy bag deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference. Especially with something like this that has the high detail. See, and this is why it took so long for us to work through these, to make sure that there was enough detail in there to, translate, hey, cat face and enough, all the things, aren't they? They're so good.
Well, I think they're absolutely wonderful, and I love them so much. I want to get more of that detail. So here's what my plan is for today, because we do have some cats, and I mean, nobody out there's, dying to know what the finished pouch is going to look like. Right?
Right.
Hey, we're on a side quest here. Surely don't want to lose these cats, though.
Well, I don't know how much. I guess I was like the helper in between everybody. Eddie said, well done, Brad and Mariah. I mean, it's Rhonda's design, but we did have to tweak it because it really was, there was so much cool detail there. And then it's like, you got to take some of that away in order for it to translate into the stamp.
And it is. It's a very meticulous process and requires skill. So that was what was happening there. Okay, now I really need to put this someplace.
You want a little baggie?
I think that would be great. I'm going to hand this over to you.
I tell you, these little baggies around the place have been...
All right, so don't forget to order your Be Prepared to Modify Your Plan.
Swag.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad because I don't have room on my coffee cup.
Oh.
For that one necessarily. And they don't give you options. Like that's the size that they offer.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad about that.
Okay, so worked on cats and bugs.
She didn't care.
And I cut out one of the bugs and I told Mariah, I said, if I cut out any more bugs, I'm not doing it.
Let me tell y'all a fun little story about how this one gets me to do things. She says, we need to have a discussion about the cats. I need help.
Can you come up and hang out with me?
Can you come up and hang out with me? And then I'm like, well, sure. Okay. And then there's bugs laying over here, one cut out. She says,
very nicely cut out, I might add.
And she said it took her 15 minutes. So, well, okay, I'll help you. Look, here, show them all the bugs. This is all the ones I cut out. have one left. This is the Shrinky dink stuff. So it's a little tricky to cut. Like, it's kind of heavy.
It is.
And it's a little pokey, too,
Yeah. And do you think you should cut around those?
I will. I'm just,
And I think you need to cut in between the legs there.
Uh-huh.
But no, you don't have to there and there. Remember, we decided that.
Well, I did on some
of them. These bug, yeah, okay, yeah, this one.
They're in various stages.
And I don't think we need any more of this one, so you don't need to cut out these.
Okay, well, y'all might be getting some of these in the giveaway, because I don't know what the heck we need all these bugs for. But you got to shrink them on your own.
Yeah.
Guess I don't want them to get lost, because they get real little.
Yeah, they do. and I'll tell you what, cutting those legs out, that was a whip.
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it's not like paper. You can't just turn it around.
No. Because it doesn't move. It's plastic.
Anyway, so she got me up here. And then she says, well, we really need to test out these kitty things. And then, about halfway through it, I realized she just needed me up here to run the wall. Because she doesn't like doing it. Because she always messes it up.
I do. I either overbake it or I underbake it and it's all crystally looking. And then when I come back and do it again, it goes... I'm terrible. That's not my métier.
Probably, Pia, but it is pretty thick. Like, this is thicker than Yupo. So it'd take multiple passes. And our machines are usually taken up by, like, we're cutting orders.
Yeah. And they do have that stuff in clear. Remember, we had some clear ones.
Did we?
The Shrinky dink stuff in clear?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
That would be nice because then you didn't have to cut out the little legs. Because that was your gripe about that. Well, Shrinky dink.
I didn't have any of that.
No. And hey, I was pretty happy that I found the Shrinky dink that we did have.
Yeah, no kidding.
I knew exactly where it was.
That goes MIA. All right, I left this out here. You have seen it before. But this is on the Gossamer paper.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, that's the one that I left on the plate.
Hey, Devin. Hey,
and
Lori.
Pulled up and it didn't come up. And that could be, operator error. I don't know. I think these are a get it down, get it up.
Yeah.
They're not, let it stew. All right. So remember, I wanted a wall for my bugs. I've since then decided I don't want a wall for my bugs, but I wanted to show you these wonderful papers anyway. Okay.
Do you remember how you made them?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
This is just, putting down my mixtures.
Very marbly. This is the marbly look we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's really pretty.
Isn't that wonderful?
That looks like some rusty metal business.
It does.
Wow.
So, and I'm going to put this up because I worked on this with colored pencil.
This is what she does. Speaking of colored pencils, thank you, Kathy.
Oh, I need to do that.
Dragonfly Smiles.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
We got a present.
And my swap,
Can you not show people's addresses?
I didn't. I cut it off, Mariah. Look at me.
Look,
That I saved the
good
stamps.
stamps.
Very interesting stamps. Okay.
Mhm.
This is from my swap
It
partner,
does look like a fancy kitchen counter. Some very,
Brianna.
very nice granite you got going on there.
Okay. So, all right.
Oh, Kathy's here.
Kathy, yay. Okay, thank you for the pencils. And I must say, that is what I used.
Well, the box arrived and I was like, well, this seems kind of substantial because I thought maybe it was one of her swap partner things or whatever. I'm like, good gosh, what's in here?
I know, but
Kind of heavy.
look at, I saved this out
Isn't
because I
that
thought
bow
it was
beautiful?
so cool. And I'm going to do that in the future. And look how nicely it arrived.
Yeah. Well done.
And look at this card. Isn't that gorgeous?
Well
Look at-
done, Kathy. Thank you.
Love that. And appreciate the pencils a bunch. A bunch. I really, I did go ahead and coat my paper
With the clear texture gesso.
because I wanted it to be soft. I didn't want it to be hard lines.
Right.
So that's why I did that. But thank you ever so much. This was a wonderful gift. And it shall be used. You may rest assured.
Hey, Lynn says, did you know that you can use the plastic food containers from the deli as Shrinky Dink material? Like the foam stuff?
No, the clear plastic. Like the lids and whatnot.
Oh. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, where were you when we needed you?
Listen, lady, I have so many things.
Yeah,
Just-
okay. Great stamps. Underground Railroad. Peace.
Hold them up into the technology.
And a lovely little hummingbird with a sunflower.
Oh,
Isn't that wonderful? This reminds me of Alaska. I have photographs from our backyard that look almost exactly like that. And then I saved the date down here.
yeah.
Okay, so those go in my stamp collection. Just a minute.
Oh, Acme says any recycle type 1 works.
Seriously.
Make sure you have your mask on or whatever. Do it in a well-ventilated area. I would say there's probably some.
Oh, well, I can't find that.
I feel that way about the Shrinky
I'll have
Dinks
to do
too.
it later. All right. So wonderful papers in here. This is kind of cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dive log book. I mean, I looked at this and I was like, this is definitely goes in Mariah's book.
Which book?
The one that you and
Darcy
yeah,
with Celestial.
it's Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
So I might let you have this. All right. So I want to talk about something because I know all of you are sending stuff back.
we have the like, the Breaking Bad kind of. We don't have the full suit. You have the mask. Sophie is giving her good,
advice.
She does kind of a, what am I trying to say? Like sportscaster kind of, play by play type.
Look at those colors, definitely. And I was very sad. All right, I want to talk to you about this. What you have to remember is when you're sending stuff in the mail,
Yes,
it gets
Betty.
hot. And you don't put paint to paint.
Hi, Fran. Did you see your bugs?
Yeah, did you see the bugs, Fran?
Dang it, woman. You need to show up early. Here, look. I'll show them again.
But did you show the dinky? The dinky
You got
ones?
the dinkies. The ones that have been shrinky dinkied.
Yeah, okay, Fran, we're shrinking these.
But I'll send you your samples soon. Y'all just be patient with me. We had kind of an uptick in orders, so.
Yeah, okay, so what happened here is when this got hot, it
That happened.
restuck.
Mm-hmm.
So try not to put your paint back to back. Now, this is not going to be the end of the world because I will still use this. But I just wanted to point that out.
Because it's hot as Hades here in Texas.
And here's the thing. I love this side too. So I'm like, okay, wow.
Well, hey, and maybe what you could do is just put matte medium over that and maybe it'll show through. you could just-
instead of tearing it off.
Yeah.
Well, that's a brilliant solution, Mariah.
There you go.
All right, I'm not going to do any more cutting on it. But I really like this side.
Well,
Those
you
are my
need a
colors.
book page. You need to make a little book and show both sides.
Yeah, I can do both sides. Hey, I've got a little book. How about that? Okay, I love
Ooh.
this piece. This is just so beautiful.
And these were from Charmaine, right? Or who was your...
No, these are from Brianna.
Oh, Brianna. Okay. Hey, Bri. She's here.
Look at that. Some pastel beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this because I don't tear up books, so I like for other people to do it.
She doesn't want to be the one that does it.
I don't want to be I like the effects, but I'm not going to do it. Interesting. Okay, this is really nice.
Hey, that's that's a goddess.
See it?
Mm-hmm. Bri has some of the stencil.
Lovely, lovely papers. Lovely papers. And oh, look at that.
Yes. Well done, Bri.
Yeah, now that kind of looks like Mariah's book, but I don't know that I'm going to share it with her. It doesn't act nice. Oh, and this reminds me. Okay, so getting back.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this one's stuck together too, which I might be able to put this in the freezer and get it apart.
Well, or it was mentioned maybe heat it back up.
Or heat it back up.
Yeah. That could work.
But I guarantee you that is what happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this stencil comes with the grass, right?
That's nodes.
Nodes.
Yeah, there's wispy grass or wispy. What is it? Wispy. Good God, what is wrong with my brain? I'm supposed to know these things.
Okay, so that was the other option that I thought I would go for on, and this is what kind of started me thinking about this. Instead of doing a rock wall,
Mm-hmm.
I need to show you the rest of these real quick. Okay, you saw that one. This one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
So there's wispy grass, and then there's the nodes.
Yeah. And I thought about
Those were nodes.
Wispy grass. And all these are done with my washout. This is the one I stamped.
With the bubble wrap thing.
With the bubble wrap.
Hey, lots of people are very excited. See, I was hoping that this was kind of thing, but I was waiting till somebody said something. And I think that it was Marcia. Because she said she was very excited about the bubble wrap stamps because now she doesn't have to keep like the big pieces of bubble wrap that get kind of, gooed up and whatever.
Yeah, they don't work after a while.
Yeah.
Because paint on paint just doesn't take paint.
I mean, I guess if you wash your bubble wrap, but that seems
who wants
a little...
to do that?
Are you going to wash your stamps?
I was excited when I saw these because immediately I said rocks.
Yeah.
And Brad said, no, that's not what it really is. But the whole thing is
hey, Marcia,
what difference does it make?
Yeah.
You're getting texture on it. Now, all of these have, the reason they look very chalky and very, very matte is because they've been coated with the clear texture gesso. And I will continue working on these for one thing or another. Of course, they will not be discarded or anything. And I'm kind of anxious to see what happens to this when I do some more techniques on it. Because I think on these papers, these rice papers, I think the more paint you get on them, of course, you're losing the rice paper quality.
Kerry is also excited that he can get rid of half a drawer of bubble wrap. Hey, space saver.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, back to, look at this page. This is a bubble. This just speaks to me. Bubble wrap.
Uh-huh.
So, Brianne, you did a good job here. Oh, look at those colors.
I love that.
Now, I can see waves over the top of this.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, too. And look at the wonderful
Oh, are those labels? I think those are labels.
What?
Is that label paper?
No, it's Flip Pix photo greeting card.
Oh.
Oh, it might be.
Or it's a punch out kind of thing or something. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's got a sticky back to it.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Wow.
Well.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Ooh. Oh, here, let me put it in the book. I swear, because if you do not hand that to me right now, then we've got a few ATCs floating around here somewhere. Somewhere.
There you go, Mariah.
I'm going to hang it up here. Next, look, it looks so good with Becky's kitty. See, this one's the...
Oh, it does. And did you notice I put Ellen's card up there?
Yeah. I put me and Izzy up there too.
Okay, clothespins. Don't ever be without them. See? I've got a packet.
I have a slide obsession with, like, I don't think you can have too many hooks on the wall. Brad he disagrees with that. I like hooks everywhere because it's up off the floor. I feel like if it's up off the floor, then it's good. Things on the floor bother me a lot.
I those metallic hooks, I absolutely love those.
Magnets and clips.
Magnets and clips. All right, Mariah, you need to send me over the kitties.
Oh, the stamps, the actual stamps. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you need to get your hoopy doo.
I got the hoopy doo is always on standby.
Hoopy doo is ready to go. All right. So yesterday we discovered what part of the problem was, and I hesitated even telling Mariah because I knew she was going to be real grumpy with me.
So she does it on camera, so I'm nicer.
This is watercolor paper. The kind that I mean, it has a little bit of a trying to get the most out of my cats here. I don't think I'm going to be able to. And it is kind of nice to have an edge to hold on to. Okay, so
those are our mushroom. Oh, this is
what?
This is our mushroom stamp, the one Brad created, and the little snail. Oh, I love it. I didn't even, and I love the fact that I didn't recognize it. That's awesome.
Okay, right.
It surprised me. Life surprised me. Thank you, Bree.
Yes, thank you very much. I didn't. I just thought it was a really cool card.
Yeah, super.
And I love, look at that background.
I know.
Good colors. All right. So here we go.
Oh, yeah. She didn't ink up the pad. That's what she was going to tell me because she told me that a little bit earlier.
So we're trying some different things here. All right. I'm handing this to you, and you need to go fast because this paper is super absorbent. I think you should use the orange stuff. And I'm going to wait just a sec because I want to see how that works because I don't want to. Now, the other thing that we thought about on these, and I don't have a green cap, so I'm definitely doing green. And the reason I'm using the watercolor paper is remember when we did those leaves and how cool those leaves turned out when I did watercolor over the top of them? Well, it wasn't watercolor, but it was like have a swig of coffee.
That is most superb.
Okay, see how cool that looks. Now, did you use the bag thing?
No, I gotta bag it before you stamp it. That's how that works.
Well, I think this came out perfectly.
It did.
But I think it's because of the paper absorbing a lot of so that it doesn't go out.
Well, and you have to think about, like, so on the other things that we were stamping, they were acrylic paint. So they have a stickiness. Hello, Janet. Hello, Isabel. So they have a tendency for the powder, the embossing powder, to do that speckledy thing or stick in certain spots more so than just paper. Plus, this is clear, so we don't really know Now, when you do the watercolor over it, we may know more about that it's stuck in other places. Now, do you want here? You need the little before you stamp.
No, I can't. I've already got it on there. I will do the next one. I think we're going to be fine. I think part of the problem with when we were doing them on the painted papers, I think that created a lot of the problem.
Yes.
And this is directly onto the watercolor paper. Oh.
Yeah, you're dealing with texture. So that's going to be another little tricky thing. See, the other cat is more of an outline.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm not going to stamp another one until I see that.
Either you need to make it juicier.
Oh, hey, this is different paper.
Yeah,
this is a different paper.
This is cold press right here with the bumpies.
Okay, I got to see if I can find some more. I've got 9,000 pieces here that, That's bumpy. That's bumpy.
Yeah, stamping on textured stuff is tricky business.
Okay, here we go. But this is a good thing to know. I feel like
we're doing this for y'all.
I'm saving you some time and effort and, frustration and
certainly
angry moments.
Bringing up some things to consider.
And this is, by the way, distressed oxide, and it used to be something else. So I have to keep re-inking it quite often because okay, I'm still needing some more definition right around the neck there, but I don't know. Maybe it'll all come out. How did it do? Okay, that's on the other paper. Okay, so this is on the watercolor paper. And you can see it really does pick up the texture of the paper. And I don't know that, that's something I necessarily want. Okay, I want my... Okay, this is the tomcat and this is the pussycat. We're going to do her.
Pretty kitty.
Pretty
and
kitty.
Rebel Roar. That's what I named them. And Rhonda liked it.
What is it?
Pretty Kitty and Rebel Roar.
I want to get a lot of this on there, and I'm just going to, here's the little re-inker, because this one is the same thing. It's been, this is the distressed oxide, and I think this actually was distressed Ranger Archive, I don't know. But anyway, you got to really shake these up until you hear the balls quacking back and forth. Okay, much better. Now you can.
Okay, good. There you go. Perfect.
See the difference?
Yes, we are using the clear embossing powder over the stamped, which most of these are distress oxide, but as she mentioned, most of the little stamp pads themselves started out as just regular distress or just the regular distress archival ink pads, where now we have the distress oxide mixed in with them. So just keep that in mind that they're probably a little weirder than they would normally be.
I just want them very juicy.
she got an idea about, oh, and then it was mentioned that you might want to use mixed media paper, which we do have some of that around here somewhere, but he's just kind of using up scraps she has. That happened to be the watercolor paper, which she does plan on watercoloring these.
Yeah. And I'm going to get after that as soon as I get.
Yeah.
Okay, Mariah. This is the last. I think that's going to be the last one for today. I think that there's enough definition there.
I think it looks a lot like, you know, like when they do the wood stamps or, you know, older stamps. It has that sort of vibe to it.
Okay. I'd really like that green to be a little more green. I don't know what happened here.
Well, you have to think about what is on the stamp already as well, because we have not really cleaned them. So there's that gray and there's green or purples and other things that are probably soaking through, which definitely happens, especially with the oxide. So that's what you're dealing with there.
Yeah, okay.
It's not true color.
I've got a little bit of manganese blue here. And we're going to mix these up. I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but we're going to do it anyway. Because I kind of think that was what was happening there. Is that I was getting some of that residue from the...
Okay, don't talk while I do the thing, because I think it does the...
Okay, I think that's going to be more interesting. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's nice. I like that. Okay. So we're going to go with another green cat here. And like Mariah said, some of you may be receiving these cats. I just don't know how many cats one needs. Although I am going to make my swap partner postcard person.
Yeah, that's why we always warn people around here, Rhonda, that like nothing's ever like what it really started. Unless it just, if you saw us open the package.
Yeah, take the plastic off. Then you will know.
Stamp pads and inks.
Hey, this stuff is great. You just need to get some of this because you can squirt this in anything.
I will say that there is one ink pad that we mixed and it smells a little weird.
Well, and then I have, dadgummit, see, it just didn't come off on the face there.
Well, this is where you need more padding too. So you have it on the harder matte thing and you were getting better impressions when it's more squishy. Just saying. Plus you're on that harder paper. Let's see if that makes a little difference with this whole situation.
All right, I'm just going to,
cut that cat off there. Yeah, and the noise canceling does, because we have some filters and things, and which is one of the reasons that you guys can hear us as well as you do regularly. But yeah, when we turn that heat gun on, it freaks it out. We haven't really worked that out.
So I gave it another squirt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it another little squirt of this. Manganese blue.
Uh-huh.
And the other kind of ink stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm trying to up the ante on
the green.
Green.
Yeah.
I want it more of a green rather than a gold. Because see, it is happening.
Well, and the paper affects it, and so does the embossing powder. Oh, and then Rhonda says maybe use your Baron to give it some even pressure.
Oh, when I put it down here.
Yeah. Because that is some pretty thick paper, and it does have a texture to it. Woo! There we go.
That's my kitty that I've been looking for. All right.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Here, kitty, kitty. I'm going to try to find one more.
Oh, he looks so good.
of the right kind of paper here.
So do all the things. I think that's the answer over here at the Artist Studio. That's why we're mixed media artists. It's all the things. You do all the things.
Oh my God, they all just fell on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it was time to do that.
Yeah,
anyway.
a little organizing.
Yeah. Okay, now I got to clean this dude up. I'm going to be cleaning this up while Mariah is
Wine. Don't
Wine.
talk, because it gets muffly and weird.
because I want this to be a calico kitty. And you know, it's really, I don't know that this is the proper way to clean it. I probably should take it in.
They can't hear you whenever the wall's going on. I keep telling you that.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if this is the proper cleaning. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Fabulous.
All right. Now we're
Bye,
going
Miriam.
to do one more with
One
the
more time.
pumpkin, the spiced pumpkin.
Mm-hmm. Girl kitty or boy kitty?
It's going to be the boy kitty. I've got the girl kitty in is this the one I want? Yes. I've got the girl kitty in the pumpkin. But I want it very, 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 very juicy. And I promise this is the last cat. And then we're going to do some watercolor on top of them. Now he may be a little bit neutralized simply because of the green underneath. I don't know how much that is going to come through. I'm going to attempt to get a good coating of this orange on there. And especially in those areas, which it seems like I always kind of lose it.
Okay, sorry about that.
What did you do?
Oh, Izzy's wants things. Look at that.
Okay, it got some kind of cool effects around the edge there from the green.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it's kind of an ombre.
Yeah.
I like that when that happens personally. I actually mix the stamps.
Well, I wasn't trying to.
Oh, so they want and you might do it on the one that we didn't put any embossing powders. Spritz it with water. The one kitty that you cut off and we haven't put powder on. It's just the ink.
Which one is that? That one right there.
There you go. Spritz it with some water.
Spritz it with some water.
They want to see what
since
happens.
I don't really like it anyway. I mean, whoa.
See, that's what the oxides do. That's what the oxides are meant to do. She doesn't know that.
Well, I can tell you right now, this isn't watercolor paper. I think this is some of my print paper. Jack Richardson.
Oh, yes.
Well, that looks pretty cool. So the watercolor paper is not the very best for it, but I don't think that these need anything. I really do not. I think they're just fine. They just need to be cut out. Oh, wow. This is doing some cool stuff here. Okay, well, that's definitely a way to do that. Print your stamp and kind of blot it with some baby wipes. All right. I love it.
Wonderful.
I think that this is the way to go. And I just, I think I've got enough contrast here with the stamp. And one of the reasons I wanted to use the watercolor was to really accentuate the details. But I think here, I think this works just like this. I don't think I need to do anything else to it. Okay, and then we have these. All right, we're gonna forego the watercoloring. And I will hand these off to Mariah so she can keep them over there. This guy's still a little wet. But I like the effect of that.
That's kind of trippy looking.
And did you see what I did with these? I just gave him a spritz.
And then stamp it, I think is what they were saying. Oh, okay. No, she's not listening.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with that. I'm just cleaning.
She's cleaning. She's not arting. This is cleaning.
I'm not arting. I'm cleaning. And definitely let these dry before you put them back in the container.
Yeah, you don't want them getting.
You do not want mold to build up, and really they need a bit of a little bit of time to kind of do that. And of course, now I've got it's not going to be wet and reactivate. Okay. I'm going to put those over there and let those dry properly. Put all this stuff away, and I can't roll because I've got paper all over the floor back here. It all just puked out.
You good? You need help?
I'm getting there. I've got some little strips down here, but I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay.
We're just moving along.
Move along. That mat's getting pretty grody.
Yeah, and that's stuff that won't come out, so that should tell you something. Okay, where's my... Telling you what, sardine cans?
And she needed to make
right up there with toilet paper rolls.
We have stamped kitties, embossed them. That is what we have achieved as far as arting.
Yeah.
Some wanted to see more stamping.
Some wanted to see more stamping.
She's moving on.
We're moving on, folks. We're moving on. I kind of stamped myself out yesterday. Okay, do I have paper on the other side? Oh, hallelujah.
Look at her with a plan.
Okay, so here's the dealio. Look at that. Isn't that great?
Yes.
Now, I still have not come up with a closure that I'm especially loving, but I do have my little, they're brown and I don't like them brown, so I'll have to change the color, even though, they are really pretty wood. It's just not working. So this is going to be where the leaves and the kitties are.
Yeah.
Then, underneath, over here, and is that, can you see all that? Yeah. Okay.
I wish you'd straighten
So what's going to happen here is this. And this is where the bugs are going to go.
Bugs are going to live in the suspicious sprout.
And that's going to go all the way across here. So what I'm trying, and I'm experimenting with on this stencil is the, what paper did I get out? What did I do with it?
It's right behind you, and it's the...
Yes, it's still in this package. Thank God. All right, so this is what we're going to use. This is the Hanshi paper. The Yasutomo.
Hanshi.
Yasutomo.com.
Yep. Now,
And look at this. They tell you
I have this
can't
one
read all
listed
that.
on our Amazon shop, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that's available on Amazon. Not all their papers are available there, but then they do have additional papers like the Tornico paper on Blick.
Okay, so we're going to be picking up, and the other
Kylie.
The other thing that I really would like to utilize is maybe some sprays to get a bit of different,
Okay.
kind of, that
Spattery.
Okay. Because I'm going to go with light colors. I want, this is kind of a cool looking background, and I'm hoping some of this maybe comes through. That's why I'm using the rice papers. I'm hoping that happens.
Mhm.
I don't know for sure. Okay. Got my stencil. Oh, and I did clean up my plates.
Mm-hmm.
They were a horrid mess.
You've been busy.
I've been busy, and I see that's still got a little bit left there, but I think that's going to be okay. I just think that's going to be okay.
Okay.
I want to get some paper out here so I can grab it really quick.
Does it need to... Is the size good?
Pardon?
The size?
Is the size good? Yes. The size, this is what one of the reasons I'm using this one is because it's bigger than the others.
Wonderful.
Okay. Now, we're going to do a bit of the long haul technique, and let me tell you why. Not necessarily for the long haul technique, but because I don't want to be yanking this stencil up and down off the plate.
It is a very sensitive one.
It is. And the first thing I did on the other one, I didn't even have, that's one of the reasons I went through here.
Yeah.
All these off was because I ripped it right out of the gate.
Well, and originally, yeah, that's almost to be expected with this one.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So we're not going to have actual prints here. We're going to have negative space prints. And I think that that's going to be great because I think, it gives a whole different atmosphere to it when you pull it off of the stencil rather than just pulling it off of the plate.
Correct.
So that's what we're going for here. And we're also going for a lot of different colors and whatnot. I may end up actually tearing them and putting strips down because I don't have enough to go clear across it anyway. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just get after it. Shush it up here.
Yeah.
We're going to use some of the...
Shuttle Arts.
No, this is washout.
Oh. That's washout.
That's washout.
If
And
y'all aren't...
Jenkins green in the fluid acrylic. As you can see, it's fairly opaque. And that's one of the reasons that I put out my smelly stuff here. And the other thing...
Are you saying that the washout was stinky?
The washout's getting stinky, yeah. And put down some airbrush medium.
Hello, kitty. Let me take you to your daddy.
Just to, a good little squirt amount of squirting out there. Now let's see what color we end up with. Oh yes, and this is what I want. I want that streaky kind of
marbly-ish
business here rather than, okay, I'm going to keep that like that because it's very hard to get this paper apart. All right, I'm going to try to use the different sides. This is the...
Oh, that's going to be cool. Yeah, you need your little, yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be super messy. And I think you need to move quickly.
I need to move quickly. Oh, this is lovely. I think I'm fine.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Well,
beautiful.
it's mighty wet.
It's mighty wet. Look at that.
Very nice.
Gorgeous. Okay, just a minute. I got to get my bridge tape going here.
Never enough space.
And I don't know what our situation. Okay, I loved that. I thought that worked out really well. Now let's see if we can replicate that.
Let's do it again.
Do it again. Get some Jenkins out here.
They were all excited to hear Jenkins.
Get some of my washout. Boy, I'm getting kind of low on this. I'm going to have to up the ante on this. Little airbrush medium. Just a squirt or two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my nose is itching so bad. We've all had allergy issues the last couple of days, and I started coughing in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something's in the air. Because we've all been a little sneezy and a little something.
You just have to watch out for this places where it kind of gets down into the and gets globby on you. And
just to note, she may have said this, but it's worth repeating. One of the reasons that she can use such like the washouts and super wet media here is that this is a new stencil and she put it directly to the plate, nothing underneath it or anything like that. So like you're not going to have a bunch of run under or anything like that. And if you want to know how to get your stencils all squeaky clean and brand new looking, you need to check out Eddie's video with the Murphy's oil. I mean, some of his stencils look brand new. Brand spanking new. Not even discolored or anything. You want to drop that link, Eddie? That'd be awesome. And I put it on the our page, our post, the how to take care of your stencils, clean them and whatnot. I put your video on our website. I need to create one for stamps and find Eddie.
Okay, now see how this is tearing down here where I just touched it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. You're just going to have to be really careful. Oh, I love those. All right, now we've got two, and I know that's going to go across the bottom, so that will be one of our options. Mm-hmm. Let's get experimental and try something else.
And it's not even Tuesday.
And it's not even Tuesday.
Look at us.
I'm going to move this over just ever so slightly. Okay, what do we need here? We need, and
I'm wondering if I should add the stamps to that same, well, because it's the stencil guide. I'm just going to create a new one.
What?
Caring for your stamps. And then I should drop in Carrie's video because he did a great little, like, section of it.
Oh.
A clip of it about how to, you know, just put it off to the side and then wash it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The reason I'm mixing this up over here is because I would like to get, I'm going to use a different, some different stuff here. This is permanent green, light, and golden. And this is one of
I was going to say, and I think,
freebies.
I think in the big 10,000 giveaway, because I believe that there were more than one of those in there. Right? One.
I don't know that.
For sure that color right there. That you should show them. There's multiple
this is
tubes.
Indian yellow.
Mm-hmm. We have multiple tubes of it.
All right, so that's good. And let's see. I don't want to use white because I really want some of that paper to show through. I'm hoping that it goes really transparent so that you can see some of the color underneath it. All right, let's mix this up.
Ooh, if y'all can answer this, because I don't know that for sure. Is the Murphy's oil soap and the Murphy's cleaner the same thing? She's pretty sure that she saw two different kinds.
I do not know that.
Yeah, but I'm sure somebody will know here. It is not the same. That's what Sharon's saying.
Oh. Oh, I need to turn that upside down. That may be my next.
And hello to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat.
Cadmium yellow medium.
And thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Cadmium yellow. Is this the
medium? And it's very transparent, which I'm very happy about that.
Winsor Newton.
Winsor Newton. Galleria. And I think, doesn't that come in sets, Mariah?
That did come in a set. That's why I bought it. It was on sale. And she wanted one of the colors that was in there. And I was like, well, why don't we just give this a whirl?
And that happens sometimes. All right. One of the reasons I'm adding some of this over here in my mix is because I don't want it to clunk out and just be in one spot. And that will happen when you're, unless you do try to, you know, kind of get it to.
That looks kind of gross right now.
Really, it looks like smushed grasshoppers.
Well, or you know, like whenever that seaweed kind of goo that washes up on the shore sometimes. You know. Seaweed goo. And then Sharon said that the cleaner is less concentrated and a little more versatile. But I would say probably for your stencil soaking, I bet the more concentrated stuff would be ideal. Because then you can kind of gauge it to the amount of stuff you're putting in there.
Don't let me forget that I've got that back there, because I did that the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's use a little I don't know what is this.
Oh, and awesome. So Silver Granny, that's
I don't
Lynn,
want that.
says that you can use that, like, so how Eddie did in his video for the stencils, you can do that with the Murphy's oil soap, with the foam stamps and clear silicone stamps as well.
Okay.
Good information.
Yeah. This is my, with airbrush green gold, and I'm running low on this. I'm going to have to. Up my ante here.
And Eddie did use the wood cleaner concentrate of the Murphy's stuff for his video.
All right, now this, I'm going to put it down on the slick side and see what happens.
Slick side going down.
Slick side going down.
Ooh, look at that. I feel like that was different.
I feel like it was different. Well, we had some different colors going on there also.
Yeah, but it just kind of went down differently. These are very saturated.
And very, very fragile at this point. Now, it won't be when it's dry.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Okay, let's give this another little rubby dub with our. But if you want to, the reason I like to do this like this, well, it doesn't wear and tear on your stencil, but also because you can get different effects using the same stencil, and it's easy to compare.
And make sure when you post that, Eddie, to put your link to the video as well.
All right, now I did not put any extra medium down on this. I just went ahead and mush the paint that was already on there around. So I'm going to get a little more definition of the, what do you call those? The leaf shapes.
Nice. Yes. The
Okay,
sprouts.
I like that.
Sprouts.
And I'm going to bring these back in a minute and show you what I mean, but I'm going to try to get some of this off with just the medium. I don't know that it's going to come up off that stencil, because a lot of times when you're just using the medium, it's very sticky, and I'm going to get it on there and I'm going to pull it off immediately. I'm using the slick side because I think I'll have a better chance of getting it.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good one, because remember we talked about we want some of that to show through because of the background on the that is already existing on the pouch, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. What is...
Yeah, you got something.
That isn't even plugged into anything. What is it up there? You know, fouling up everything.
Well, it's your light that doesn't work anymore. We need to, and if we want the light to work, we need a new cube. That's why it's dangling there like that. I'm answering your question.
Thank you. And I've got stuff falling over. I don't know why it's falling over. Jenkins is falling over.
Yolande wants to know, does the stencil feel clean now or still sticky?
Feels clean.
There you go.
That was a good question.
And question for you, Yolande. Are you going to be using your falling leaves this coming Wednesday? I'm just curious because Yolande has a new stencil out. We showed a little bit of it. What day was that? Okay, today is Sunday. I feel like it was Tuesday. I feel like it's Tuesday that we showed those. Or that you did some of those papers. It might have even been last Sunday, but yeah. Hi, Diane. Ooh, awesome. She does. So y'all definitely need to head on over to Yolande on Wednesday. That is 1:30 Central Time.
Okay, I'm just going with the smooth side on this.
I like the smooth size, but
I think it does different things.
It does. It feels like it outlines it a little better. It doesn't smush out as much, which that makes sense.
Yes. So remember, this is the Hanshi.
Bye, Fran.
Fran, you leaving us?
Yep.
Yeah, she's off because she's got an idea. Well, this is kind of a little bit St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. You lost some of your...
I can hand that to Mariah, and she can do some wonderful stuff with...
You lost your variation in color with that.
I did.
And I can spray it.
And she can spray it and do marvelous things. All right, I'm putting the slick side down again. I seem to be having better results with that as far as getting the leaf pattern on there. And I haven't had any, knock on wood.
Well, bye, Fran.
At this point, getting some interesting little... Okay, again, this is kind of blah and the same, but because of there's so much white there, I think that Mariah can come in with her sprays and do some, justice to that.
You got enough leaf papers, or are you just gonna...
I'm going to do one more.
Okay.
Maybe two more.
Mo loves that color. Lots of people have been loving on the green. Hello, Carol.
Shoot some wood acrylic out there in green gold.
And that is true. That's not
if you do not have green gold, and I'm just mostly doing this because I want
more green.
Yeah.
Or variation.
I want it to smoosh out.
Yeah. I think the key with the whole washout business, well, I feel like you're mixing it too much at this moment in time, but that's just a personal feeling.
All right, now that's very juicy. So we have to go on and get off quickly. And I'm using the slick side. Or should I use the absorbent side?
Whatever makes you happy.
I'm going to use the absorbent side.
I feel like you mixed it too much, so you're going to get kind of a one color situation again. But that's because you had a lot of... You went heavy with your washout.
Yes, I did. But here's the other thing. I'm going to be putting it down over that, like...
That's the rough side, right? That
you
put down.
Green.
You did the rough side down, didn't you?
Yes.
See how it smudged it out more and less detail.
But I've got nice white in between now. And I'm liking that. And I will show you all these papers sometime. Okay, so what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Oh my gosh, I've got all this green over here that I need to use. Holy moly.
It is fun to watch how it sort of... This is very bright.
It is. Now I've got a good one to do tape on. So just leave that over there. Where is my... Okay, this is airbrush medium added to the yellow. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think there have been some update things happening for Brie.
What is it?
She said she had to... YouTube changed some things around on the desktop, so she had to close it to give the thumbs up.
I just wish those people would get it figured out.
Well, I mean, you want things to be updated.
Okay, we're going down with the absorbent side again.
That's the rougher side.
The rougher side.
I like this one. You got some good variation of color. That's tricky with those washouts.
It is because okay, we don't want to leave it on there, remember, too long, especially when it's that juicy.
Because of the rice paper.
Because of the rice paper. Really nice. I love the little dotty things. Dotty things look cool.
Yeah, like almost little seed pods.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put this one back down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know that it's going to pick up that much.
Yeah, not a lot.
No, not a lot.
But if it was still kind of juicy, you would.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we done now?
We're done.
Thank you.
I'm just going to brayer this out so that it's kind of down in the crevices there. Wipe up the messy edges.
Because they'll they could cause problems.
Yeah. And very carefully. And the way you need to do this is go along at each seam and give it a bit of a tug, not, and because once you get it started and you can pull it evenly across, that's your best bet.
Yes.
Don't just rip snort it. Or you will be angry with yourself and have to alter your...
You need to modify your plan.
You modify your stencil. Okay. And I still have a nice back there. I mean, you can tell it's starting to leach under a little bit, but I'm not going to concern myself with that totally. I think that'll be okay. Put this up, let it dry completely because I do think it's going to be interesting with maybe gold.
Yeah.
Maybe gold.
So yeah, if you guys don't want the little reaction, the little heart thing, they do now have a little, you can toggle it off and on. If you go to the little 3 dots at the top of your chat box, click that. Now, of course, I'm on desktop, so it might be different for mobile, but this is how it is. And then you hit that, and then reactions, you can toggle it off and on. And then it won't be in your way. Boop, boop.
Just trying to get my paper's relatively clean. Or was.
It was.
Was. Clean.
Hi, Maxine. It's so good to see you. I think about you. I think about all y'all, and if I don't see you in a while, then I think about you.
We do think about you and wonder. Okay, so let's interview some of these. Now you have to understand, a lot of times the transparency does not start until it's wet. Okay, well, we're not seeing through that a whole lot.
No.
And I really, and see, one of the reasons I wanted to go with more of the green stuff, this kind of is just the same as what's on there, but it's still wet.
Yes, it's very.
But it has to go this way.
Yeah.
I don't like this one at all.
I think you should choose 2 of them and then rip them apart and kind of
alternate them.
Yes.
Okay, I've already interviewed that one. Now this one is really wet, but it's so velvety.
Velvety.
Now, here's the thing. If the background shows through on this, I think it will be very cool.
Yeah. I don't know how much of it is going to.
Yeah, I don't either.
Some of it will.
I'm really kind of leaning towards this one because it's light enough, but it still has some dark places out there that I think maybe are going to show through.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like this one too.
You got another one that's similar? That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And once you alter it, it'll be great.
Okay, just a sec. I've got 2 others here that I'm really interested in.
Hi, Rhonda. They're loving your pouch. I love the pouch.
Thank you. I know that this seems
she keeps
kind of
going back
yucky.
to that one. She likes it.
I like it. I got this color in my leaves. I'll drag my leaves out here in a moment.
Y'all remember those?
And these are the first 2. It's kind of like when you go to the mall to buy shoes.
Hey, Kim says do a little test piece. It's kind of like, when you're dyeing your hair and they tell you to, like, she's just
I'm
going to work or not.
And hate on it and then you do something else, modify your plan after you.
But yes, Kim, that is a fabulous idea. I support this. She just isn't
I support it in theory.
Yeah.
But in practice, not so much.
Right.
Okay. The problem here is these are still really damp.
Hi, Lori.
I'm afraid to start tearing them because I think they're not going to tear like I want them to tear.
Well, why don't you test that out? Or you want me to just grab it and tear it?
No.
Why not?
Because these are the good ones. Of course, I do guess I have a little bit of I don't think these are going to tear this way. So I'm going to have to put down a ruler and tear them across. This is wet.
Mm-hmm. It's probably better to tear them now, though, right?
No, I think not. Because I don't think they're going to tear regularly. Mm-hmm. They're going to pull on the places where it's wet. So, can you do your wah on this?
Oh, look at you wanting to move things along. All right.
Yeah, I do.
Can you just not talk can you promise me you won't talk while wawing?
While wawing.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just put these out here.
Just put some things out there and point to things and whatever. Vanna. And the wine is done.
All right. Well, we did a little experiment while you were wine.
Mm-hmm.
Wet the paper.
Wet the paper.
Wet the paper, and look what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the underneath thing. So, I think we're on the right track here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will remove the pouch for now. We'll get out the ruler. And see if we can do some.
Well, that makes sense, Maxine.
What is it?
She's been working in her garden.
Ah.
I know. This time of year, I always notice that there's kind of like, always a dip in, because people are outside doing things, going places, sort of thing. I don't know if it's still gonna.
If I can get this started, now see, see how it's pulling there? I don't know. It may just be one of those things where you're just going to have to go with whatever you get.
Get what you get.
You get what you get.
Where's the brown decal scissors? I swear somebody's hauled off with them. That upsets me.
Oh, I have them.
Well, why don't you try that? There's a little option there. I mean, it's not any. I don't know. It's really not any different than
it's
you
really not.
Get your
and I think
teeth
the
in there.
problem is it's still hitting those places where it's ever so slightly damp.
Yeah.
Which the tearing, it doesn't seem to be.
Oh, use a water brush. See if you can kind of do a water line.
Well, but see, it's not. We just got rid of the water. So what I'm thinking is just to go ahead, and I'm just going to.
Yeah, I think you just let it tear where it's going to tear. See, it's tearing along.
It's tearing along wet spots anyway.
Yeah.
And watch when I get down there.
Watch it.
Yeah. Number one, it's a lot of paint in one spot.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
And
that's okay.
I think those are good chunks.
We don't want it to be all, you know, regular.
Oh, bye, Patty.
Anyway.
Thanks for hanging. I think she's heading out. I guess.
Now, I was going to go ahead and do this, but Mariah, she acts ugly sometimes when I just go off and do this. All right, now we need this edge to not be quite so. But what's nice about when you get down to here, you can just go along like this, and it's tearing quite nicely. And I don't see any need to get out the water pen thing.
Oh, hey, Lynn says, I kind of want P to bring some of that orangey color that's on the underneath of the flap into the body.
Okay.
We could do that with the bugs. Can you give me one of the... Because if I mess it up, I have extra bugs over here and we can wash some bugs. But what about...
Orange bug?
Yeah. So can you hand me one?
Do I have them?
I hope so. Oh, I have them.
I thought you pouched them.
I did. Which pouch did I put them in?
Okay, now here's the other thing that I was thinking when you said that. I can come in with, say, my puzzle stencil.
Yeah.
Something that's irregular
Mm-hmm.
to add some of that. I don't think I want to add the orange using the same stencil because there's too much open area. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, put these two aside, bring this one in.
Here, what about that?
Well, it certainly does. Yeah, kind of like it. And you get the edges in the back too.
Don't ask for much. I mean, it would have.
Yeah, it'd been a lot better if we'd done that before we shrunk it, right?
So, if you want your bugs a particular color,
Yeah,
I highly suggest that coloring happens before Shrinky dinking them.
one nice thing about this rice paper, once it gets dry, it's pretty formidable as far as, hanging in there and, see? Now,
Hey, Jerry.
You can muss it about, but it's pretty tough. And especially where it's got paint. Because where it's got the paint, it's no longer rice paper. It's painted paper.
Painty paper.
Wow, that's profound. I know you all appreciate that.
That's her John Madden moment for the day.
Yep. We usually have one per. Hopefully, we're not going to go for a.
Yeah, we don't need a whole stream of them.
Stream of them. Okay, did you see how that tore there? That was really cool. And actually, the idea with the water brush thing might not be such a horrible one, because did you notice how it's tearing around where the...
I mean, people, they know things around here.
I do.
You don't always listen.
I don't always listen. But don't take that personally. I don't always listen to myself.
She's living in her world, and things just kind of...
Very true. Very true. And I'm just kind of trying to get these in semi-equal
sections.
They are going to have to overlap somewhat, I'm thinking. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll leave that background showing through. Kind of accentuate there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
And I do have some ideas for the part that I'm going to tear, not use. Because if you think about it, the little buggies, we want some of them to be behind leaves and some of them to be in front of leaves. We don't want them all the same. Okay, there we go.
Now, I would say here is a thought. We don't have any. Do we have? Oh.
Any what?
Hold on. We do not have any alcohol inks. I have alcohol ink markers, and that is what I use to color the Shrinky Dink bug.
All right, Mariah, do you have the Blick acrylic in the
I do.
jar form?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, don't need that right now. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use a great big brush. And we're going to put a little, it's a damp brush. I just washed it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to put a little bit of water with it so that I can get some transparency going on here with the... If I use this straight as it is, remember, all it's going to do is just glue it down, and it's going to be matte. And I want it to be more transparent.
Okay.
So, to that effect.
I don't know if you agree with this, but at least, I'm doing experiments for everybody.
Oh, I rather like it. And look at it. It mirrors that.
So I used the Braille Reese.
Oh, and it makes them kind of
orange.
gloss,
These are glitter inks.
Sparkly.
Yes, glittery.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Do we want more of these? And do you want them all orange?
Well, I want them a variety.
See what? Oh, good God! Now I'm gonna be orange.
Okay, do you see how that's going on out there? It's kind of going on as a very loosey-goosey.
Mm-hmm. Where did I put the other one? Good golly.
Oh, did you see that? Wow.
Oh, wow.
I picked that up and it just came apart just like that.
Okay, so wetting it, you can, you know, all that time she spent farting around with that, she could have had it done a lot faster. Just saying.
Thank you for your undying support, Mariah.
You're welcome.
Let's get with the bugs over there. And, you know, I don't
So you only have
editorializing here.
Do you only have 3 bugs? Like all that work and there's 3 bugs?
What do you mean?
I'm only finding 3 shrunk bugs.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you shrunk. I didn't have anything to do with the shrinking.
Well, I know, but do you need, you said that you had enough.
Oh, I mean, you didn't need to stamp anymore. Okay, I think that is looking fabulous. I'm loving it. I don't know why it's coming in blue. I don't know if that's going to stay, but I don't hate it. As Patty says, I don't hate it.
I'll tell you that, you know, using little inky things to do this heck of a lot easier than trying to do it with the marker.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so.
Bye, Carrie. All right, this one's a little lighter because I put yellow.
I want different.
Yeah,
different shades.
Okay.
Okay, I am loving the rice paper. I am absolutely loving the rice paper for this particular. And even if there are a few little wrinkles hither and yon,
all right.
I think it's going to be just fine. And the fact that that's showing some of that yellow through there, I think that's fine too. What?
This bug lost a leg.
Oh. I'm looking at your hand.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm oranged up.
She's oranged up. But you do need to use a little bit more of a watery solution here if you want to get that transparency. I think everybody has got that, right?
Yeah. You just need to tuck this bug in, you know, leaf thing where you don't know that he lost the leg. In the great orange experiment. There's your 3 orange bugs. Be careful. They're still a little dampy, so you want to.
Oh my goodness, look at those little boogers.
Oh, hey, Brea Reese ink, the sparkly stuff for the win. These tops are the worst. See, this is what happens.
What?
The top. That's what we always were complaining about because they squish and there's something about them.
They no worky. Look at that, guys. Now, I'm keeping all those leftover pieces because remember, we need to perhaps we need to I want to save that because that'll be a good one for that edge.
Oh, yes. Here. Let me wipe it down so P doesn't get orange. The place that we got these, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can still get them or similar stuff.
Yeah, these came from Tuesday morning.
Yeah. way back when. But we would always find them there. There, they want to see it.
Oh.
Oh.
Glitter ink.
Hold it up a little bit more into the technology there. There you go. That's the stuff.
Hey, it's good stuff. I like it. I've used it for a lot of different.
And we've mixed it with things too. It's a good mixer with all sorts of things.
It is. It is. It is. All right. I'm just going to take these little pieces I have here. And
that looks fabulous.
well, it's certainly a lot more interesting than it was.
Yeah. Lynn uses watered down Elmer's glue. So, and then 40%, okay, 60% glue, 40% water.
You know, that used to be my mixture for my decoupage.
Right, mask making.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are for mixing. If anyone want to know,
our mixers from way back.
Our relationship status for mixing is yes. It's not complicated. We are for it. Even when it's probably not a good idea. Let's just say tar gel, you should question what you're mixing it with. It does not act nicely with everything else.
Now, you saw I had 2 full sheets of this. So you need to make more than you think you need.
Always.
It's like going to the store and buying mulch for your flower beds.
If you think
always
you need
get
10.
twice as much as you think you need.
That's right. If you thought you needed 10, you need 20.
And yeah. All right. Well, I am very jazzed about this, and you realize it's going to look completely different when it's dry. So we're going to set this aside.
Maybe that's a shirt. Mixed media artist, pro mixing.
I like how you can just grab off the little hanger outers there.
That seems very John Madden-ish, right?
What?
Mixed media artist, pro mixing. We encourage mixing.
I mean, look at that. I think it. I'm hoping it retains some of that because
I do too.
Really good.
Yeah, I like a lot.
And I think that these little guys down here.
No, they didn't send us any like product like that.
What?
Paula wanted to know if Yatsutomo sent us any nori paste because I believe they are the makers of that stuff.
Oh. No, we didn't ask for any.
No, I just asked for papers.
But I mean, I think
so. If y'all help us make this video go, do well, or any of our Yatsutomo comparison of the paper videos, make them go, share them with your friends. But if they do really well, maybe they'll send us some other stuff.
Yeah.
Or we could just
because that's the whole idea here. Is that. Well, now we have a lot of other really cool papers here. And
so what are your thoughts on the cats? Can we bring the cats back in and do a little audition of where they're gonna?
Well,
where are we at?
Yeah, but I have to put the lid down, and I don't want the lid to stick to what I just got down. The flap. I guess we could do it upside down.
Yeah, do it upside.
But that's not going to work because it'll be backwards.
Oh, true that. So are the cats going? They're going on top of the.
Okay, let me just get my leaves out and we'll just talk about this.
Okay.
We'll talk it through.
Wonderful.
Now, could you put this in a baggie for me if you have any extras over there? I do have extras, but they're all somewhere else.
The actual arting has paused. We are moving on to discussion.
Well, now I hope I can find all of my leaf stuff. Here it is. Thank God I flipped it together. And I do have some other stuff I wanted to show you that I did.
Oh, wonderful.
with the stencils. Okay, this is all of the scrappy papers, but look at this. I mean, if you just glue this down willy-nilly, look how cool that would look. I have quite a few, though. I did not throw anything away that was not, like, super small. Specialty leaves, I haven't cut any of those out. And that might be something to think about.
Was I supposed to be cutting these cats up over here? I'm not cutting cats. You said you cut cats. I've done the bugs.
Okay, so I've got these specialty leaves, and this might be something that's kind of cool to intersperse. Gotta be careful because the sucker is
so Carol, yeah, and
very wet. I mean, very wet. But to put some of these little guys in,
there is a link that Mo just put in there. You can find the start of the pouches here. They all started out as Amazon, you know, like the Amazon mailer packs, that the brown craft ones.
Now, see, look at that with this.
Oh, I love that.
Well, we're going to have to do some more cutting, and that'll be some more late night.
It's a very fussy cutting intensive pouch.
It certainly is.
I mean, I don't think we've fussy cutted this much in the entire...
God knows I haven't, because I'm not very good at it, and it hurts my... And I have to wear my copper thumb ring to recover. Now, I do happen to have, you know, some more of this background paper.
Those are leafy tendrils. Or those Carrie's...
Oh, I don't know.
No,
These
those are
the
leafy
ones that I cut apart.
Okay, yeah, those are leafy tendrils by Sophia. The other smaller ones with the little more painty, those right there, those are from the green fern set that of Carrie stamps.
Now I do have another another one here. This one. I don't like that color so much.
No, it
needs to be more yellow, I think.
Yes.
Look what this is doing out here. I am just so jazzed about this.
Can you hold it up into the technology so people can see that further?
Will.
In more depth.
But I'm so glad I made these little leaves because I think they're just what we need.
I just love that. I mean, well done.
Doesn't that just look spectacular?
And I like that the other nice thing is it brought in, even though it's kind of more...
I'm not going to worry about that spot that's not covered there.
Are you listening to me? The bluey tinge, you know, hint of bluish to it.
Well, yeah, that's because of that color underneath.
Well, what's great about that coming through is then it's, you know, repeated up at the top at the flat part. And adds that little bit of shadowing. Maya would like to come and help fussy cutting. I mean, it would be worth a plane ticket.
She would like to come and do what? Cutting?
Fussy cut for us.
Oh, gosh, yes.
My finger hurt. I quit after yesterday. I was like, okay, I'm done.
And that plastic paper.
Very hard.
It's very hard, and it's very unforgiving.
I'm thinking, like, for that Shrinky dink business, maybe almost a bigger bug would be better than you can shrink.
So the bug doesn't shrink down quite so much?
Maybe.
All right. So I'm not
Sophia.
going to I'm just going to remind myself, and look, I've got this paper over here that is exactly the color that I need to stamp more of my leaves on.
Perfect.
So we'll just keep that all together.
Oh, hey. Let me, 1 second. I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
It might be kind of cool.
Well, now the other thing that I might do is I could stamp on top of this. Now, I really think I want the opaque background to be behind those. I really honestly do. All right, so getting back to the leaves here. So I've got a ton of small leaves. And I'm just going to pull some out here. I don't know why I have so many small leaves.
Here, it might be kind of fun to mix these in. These could be utilized as leaves even. But then we have, because they're in the shop now. These are available.
Well, they certainly could. They're very fanciful leaves.
Yes, but those are Darcy's damasks. Now she has a total of 4.
And I love this whole Victorian thing we've got going here. And then what about this dude? Oh, yeah. Poppies.
No, it's a wild rose.
Oh, but it could be a poppy too.
It could be a poppy too. Whatever you want it to be.
Love that one.
That was by Christy Hartman.
And tell me about this.
And that is Christy Hartman. And that is flower rings. Isn't it cool?
Oh, it really
And
is.
I think you could cut that one apart and do fun things with it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you're into the fussy cutting, which obviously we are. I mean, we're not into it, but, you know.
Yeah.
We are in need of it.
In need of it. All right. I want to get these out.
Christy Hartman, you're leaving too soon.
I really want to stamp these just to see. I want to stamp them on some of the paper that I've got over here. And, you know, I've got 14 different.
Yeah. And you need to use your brownie color that you used for those leaves.
Brownie color. Putting small leaves back in their little thing here, but I think I've got a lot. See, I've got some yellowish ones. I haven't stamped on the back side of those. I thought, you know, rather than spend my time doing that, I was just going to cut out all the different sizes. So I've got large leaves and I've got medium leaves. So I think I have the leaf situation under control. But now, the other thing is, just remember, I've got the back of the pouch that I'm not crazy about.
Right.
And I'm really, I'm thinking, okay, so we've already got, no. My lids, my flap's gluing to my.
Yeah, it needs to. There you go.
Okay. So let's just take one of these that we're not crazy about anyway. It's kind of
in the wheelhouse of color.
Yeah. Let me get my thing back up here because I guarantee you that this is going to go through the paper.
And you may want to put your phone down. I don't know if you want to put your phone down or not, but
I don't think I'm going to need to.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal as far as I don't really care if it's totally.
Oh, I think that's a fact. Okay, so Lynn says, how about Shrinky dinking a stamped leaf to use in the closure? I think if it was a dangle thing, that's okay. But just as I had broken that poor little bug's leg off.
You did?
I told you that.
What did you do?
One of the bugs is missing a leg. I said, you're going to have to tuck him under something because he's missing a leg.
Oh my gosh, he is.
Yeah.
Poor little feller.
It happens. The colorization process is a little rougher than they were. I anticipated their legs being, you know.
Well, I was not. I wasn't hearing that.
I know you weren't. Now that I realized that. I thought you were going to throw a bigger fit.
I am now that I know.
Yeah.
And that's the good one. That's my good one that I spent 15 minutes on.
You don't know that. So
I do too, because he's articulated. All the limbs are articulated. You didn't articulate.
I'm going to articulate some things here in a minute.
Okay, so we need to re-up. This is the one.
I'm going to re-up.
Dang those things. Okay, this is the one that changes colors. So what I'm really trying to do is I'm really trying to maintain that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more difficult than you might think.
A constant state of flux is hard.
Okay, so you use a little vermilion. And give it a good dose of that because it really does need that.
And Darcy, have you posted or done anything with the damask pattern that you want to talk about?
Okay, and I'm going to shoot a little manganese blue out here. Not a lot.
Yes, there's the ATCs, the have that same damask, those damask patterns.
Just little dots hither and yon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that leaf button that P showed. Yeah, I think she's going to use those on the closure, right?
Yeah. Somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make sure that you swipe it both ways.
Patty wants to talk about Darcy.
Okay. Yeah, where are my stamps here? Okay.
Thank you, Mo.
I'm leaning towards these smaller ones simply because I think the scale of them
is right for your leaf situation.
It's right for my leaf situation. Oh.
Mm. Okay, so she does have the digital in her shop. If you want to put that link in, Darcy, please do. Hi, Josie.
Just kind of trying to line them up on the stems. I don't know. That's like.
Oh, these aren't the exact same ones, but yeah, I think they certainly would, they're nods to one another. Because these are more ornate. See, we wouldn't be able to do these as stencils. That makes sense. Oh, look at Mo. There's Darcy's shop for the digitals that would match these here stamps.
Now, see, I really like this color. And what's nice about this is it's going to stay this color. Because this is pigment.
That's funny.
Just trying to get a little bit of a pattern going here. It's not going to matter.
Hey, and they're stamping beautifully.
It really is stamping quite nice. And I think in this case, it's almost better not to have the squishy stuff if you want those fine details.
Yeah, it's with these smaller ones. That sort of makes sense. So it doesn't like kind of squish out as much. Yeah. I keep thinking I'm going to get orange on my face if I keep touching my face. Mo is loving these stamps on the suspicious sprouts.
Thank you, Mo. I think it's working out quite nicely. It's kind of funny because, see, I'm getting the edge of some of that original stamp pad color in there.
Yes, it's starting to, because see,
when I go up to the edge there.
Yeah, and what she's talking about is when I photograph these, I stamp them with the pumice, or it's kind of a gray color. So that way they show up in the photograph. Some kind of we learned how to do over here. But it stays on the stamp because I don't clean them off. And then it's soaking up through the other ink. Jennifer would like to know, how is this pouch going to be used? It's going to go up on the shelf, and then we're going to bring it out and talk about it every once in a while. And then someday, we're going to own a whole like building, warehouse, gallery, and then we'll have like a showroom type thing where we can just display all of our cool books, and that would be fun.
All that stuff. Okay, I'm really bored with that.
She needs a stamper helper too.
I do.
She's like, here's what I want.
I don't know how you end up with that stuff all over you, but it never fails. I do.
I do too. And then I end up with it in the photo box too, because I've like squished it onto the side, and then when I'm moving them around in there, and then there's streaks across the thing, and I've got to keep it cleaned up. Hey, Betsy.
All right. So basically, what my feeling about this is. Okay. Well, this is drying, you can tell.
Oh, we've talked about hanging them and making them mobile.
I might have to come in with just a regular whole thing of, because it's not totally sticking in every single little spot there. But I don't foresee that as being something that's off-putting.
Yeah. Happened to that one at the top there?
Oh, I don't know. Kind of got double stamped, I think. But I don't think that's like going to be a big deal, since I'm going to be probably cutting them out anyway, rather than tearing them.
Yeah, and then
and it's just going to be like a, that kind of. I'm not cutting around. Yeah,
I'm bored with that.
I'm bored with that. Okay, I do think that this looks rather. It's going to be interesting.
It's a long list.
I don't know that I love it.
I'm bored with that.
But I might just go in and do this on the back side too.
Yeah.
But
hey, you know what might be nice with the ones that you just stamped
really
are things that are going to go inside the pouch.
Oh. To be used at a later date.
Because it all like makes
sense.
It's
related.
Yes. That's what the pouch is about.
Friends.
It's friends.
Oh, I think that's a brilliant idea, Mariah.
Hi, Dana.
Okay. There's some little spots there that are kind of, but I don't think I need to worry about them right now. I think I need
No, you need to wait until like you have a feeling that most of it's dry, and then you can come in and do the little touch-ups.
Yes. And also then go over it with a full-on Blick. Or
here's the deal. If you did it now, you would just be creating more issue, because it's partially it's in between, and what it does, it'll just ball up and rip and do all that business. You've got to wait for it to dry.
You do. Even though I really want
Why are
to
we
just
missing a
get
bug?
After it right now.
There's a bug missing.
I don't know where it is.
Good God.
I don't know if it got stuck to something. You wouldn't think so.
There's a bug on
handed me two.
No. You had all three.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. We'll watch that back. There's video evidence of what has happened here, what has transpired. So,
Yeah. All right. What was I using this for? Oh, I was using this to put the leaves together. What did I do with the leaves? Here's the leaves. I don't want to lose the leaves.
Okay. Oh, we're at time.
Holy moly.
Yeah, you're done, lady.
I'm getting ready to go through, start up another whole. I got some more stuff back here.
She's got another hours worth of leaf business.
No. Here, you just gotta wait just a minute. I gotta show this.
Hey, sticky art shorts. I love that.
Okay. So remember this? I was working on this last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and did another clean off.
Yeah, that looks great.
Doesn't that look great?
That's Sophia's new stencil.
All right.
Floral
so
filigree.
then I've got this one, which I think it still needs something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. It needs more of the blue stuff over it.
But look, isn't this gorgeous? I mean, it's not finished, but I think it's so
Remember, this was a side quest.
beautiful.
Yeah, these don't really necessarily go with that pouch, but
they don't necessarily go with the pouch.
Other than they are sort of florally,
Yeah.
floral.
And I think that needs some more. And what I'm going to do on this, remember, this is the bugs. Can you see the bugs?
Yeah, now that you actually could, because you got the orange in the pouch, and that could be a nice thing to bring in. Is that orange?
This orange?
Yes.
Or this orange?
Yes.
But they're not, yeah. And I just, I wanted to show these again because I think there might be somebody here who hasn't seen them, but I think they're really exceptional.
Did these on Tuesday. Thursday was the side quest. This was the side quest because we were waiting for kitties to be done. Kitties have been done. Now we have kitties. We're building the bushes and jungle, things. Because there's
stuff.
Kitties in the bushes.
And I'm not using this.
Mm-hmm.
I was just sure I was going to. But it doesn't go with the informal qualities that I've got going over there, I don't think. Now, what I might change my mind when I get the leaves on the flap.
And again, I think there could be a bunch of a series of things that go inside the pouch, because it does, there are nods to what is going on with the pouch, especially now that like the inside of the pouch could be more formal things, which is like, ooh, that would be kind of fun. Like you think that, you know, this whole opening of a present type thing, and you think what you're getting is going to match the outside, and yet what is inside really is more of a formal representation of what the informal outside.
Wow.
That's fun and deep.
I like that. You know that I like that.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps.
And even putting these in there, because they were all sort of done at the same time, it's giving you some things to work with.
Yeah.
And I really think I'm going to sign this.
Yeah, hang it. Okay. We shall be back tomorrow. I don't know if you have a project for me to handle perhaps tomorrow for you. You know, that's going to be fun and entertaining for folks, or I just, you know, do something.
I don't know. I need to, oh yeah, tomorrow's Monday, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, if there's something that you want to see done, if you are new to the channel and you maybe, you know, you want to see something, let us know. Let us know in the comments down below before tomorrow, because could be done.
Le chat.
Yeah, that's
says,
Josie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
And they don't have air conditioning. We didn't have air conditioning in Alaska, and we had one summer where we had to go buy some fans.
Yes. All righty, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging. Bye.
Bye.